It's semifinal time. We're down to just 4 schools who are competing to move on to the final and hopefully take home that $1,000 for their school's project graduation. In this semifinal match, we have the Eagles of Windham High School taking on the Lumberjacks of Hebron Academy. That's coming up next on High School Quiz Show Maine.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by Energy is about more than just keeping the lights on. It's about living life. As parents, friends, and teammates, Unitil is proud to support High School Quiz Show Maine. Unitil, more than a utility, part of your community.
People who can work from home seem to love it. Who else loves it? Cyber criminals. Cyber coverage from Safety Insurance covers data and system restoration, data recreation, and more. You can ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
And by viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to High School Quiz Show Maine. I'm Todd Gutner. We have made it to the semifinals, and one of today's teams is heading to the championship and perhaps taking home the $1,000 grand prize for their school's project graduation. In today's match, we have the Eagles of Windham High School taking on the Lumberjacks of Hebron Academy. It will be the first time either school has made it to the championship. Both teams are raring to go, so let's start by meeting the players. For Windham, we have Mason, Caitlin, Will, and Chessie, with alternates Delia and Nick, and they're coached by John Ziegler. And for Hebron, we have Quinn, Martha, Callie, and Caden, with alternates Kate and Mason, and they're coached by Joshua Kangas and Aaron McKee. Now, the competition, of course, has 3 rounds, a toss-up round, a category round, and a lightning round. We'll start with the toss-up round. All answers are worth 10 points, and this is the only round with no point deductions for wrong answers. Players must wait for me to complete the question, and if one team answers incorrectly, the other team will be given a chance to answer. Okay, Windham and Hebron, are you guys ready to go? Semifinal time. Yeah. I wish you both good luck, and here's the first question. According to a song that Ernie sings on Sesame Street, what squeaky toy is the one that makes bath time lots of fun? Chessie, Windham?
Rubber ducky.
It is Rubber Ducky, a classic. What are the first 3 words of the preamble to the United States Constitution? Mason?
We the people.
We the people is right. From the Latin word for winter, what is the name for the inactive or resting state that bears and chipmunks experience during the winter season? Martha, Hebron?
Hibernation.
That's correct. On the internet, a file not found error message is accompanied by an HTTP status code with what 3 digits? Martha again.
404.
404 is the right answer. Okay, up next we have a picture question, so please take a look at the monitor right here. Name this ancient city that was buried with volcanic ash in 79 AD, helping preserve in pristine detail the day-to-day life of ancient Romans. Chessie.
Pompeii.
That is right, Pompeii. Cited as a reason for the U.S. entering the Vietnam War, what political theory is based on the idea that one country adopts a communist form of government, its neighboring countries will do the same? Quinn, Hebron.
Domino.
Domino theory is correct. Here's the next question. Of the 6 simple machines, which one uses a grooved wheel and a rope or cable to lift and lower heavy loads? Caitlin.
A pulley.
Pulley is right. Which ancient Greek philosopher contemplated the idea of a just society in a work called The Republic, written around 380 BCE? Will, Windham?
Plato.
Plato, yes. What model actress has been known for her job revealing letters to contestants on the TV game show Wheel of Fortune since 1982? Chessie?
Vanna White.
Vanna White, yes. All right, next up we have a video question. So again, check out the monitor.
Hi, this is Senator Angus King, and we have a video question on U.S. law. In the context of criminal law, what is the term that refers to a formal charge or accusation of a serious crime?
Caden, Hebron.
That'd be a felony.
That's incorrect. Windham? The answer is indictment.
Gotta ring in.
Wrong thing.
Somebody needed to ring in, right? All right, here's the next question. What man was both the 22nd and the 24th president of the United States? Go ahead, Quinn.
Grover Cleveland.
That's right. Anthony Doerr won the Pulitzer Prize in fiction for which 2014 novel that tells the story of a German boy and a French girl during World War II? Quinn, go for
White Bird.
it. Incorrect. Wyndham? The answer is All the Light We Cannot See. All right, onward. One of the most popular American recording artists of all time, what singer has had 19 Billboard #1 hits, including All I Want for Christmas Is You? Martha.
Mariah Carey.
Yes, Mariah Carey. Next question. Which of these countries is the world's biggest producer of maple syrup? Canada, Switzerland, or the United States? Go ahead, Mason.
Canada.
Canada's right. Math question now. Pencils and papers ready to go. Here it is. What is the geometric mean of 4 and 5? Go ahead, Caden.
4.5.
That is correct, Caden. Nice job. All right, next question. About 30% of the protein in the human body, in which structural protein that provides support for the skin, muscles, and bones? Go ahead, Mason.
Collagen.
Collagen, yes. Next question, recognizable for its surreal depictions of melting pocket watches, The Persistence of Memory is a 1931 painting by what Spanish artist? Caitlin.
Picasso.
That's incorrect. Hebron, want to give it a shot? Answer is Dali, Salvador Dali. The 1765 act that required American colonists to pay a tax on printed documents, such as newspapers and playing cards, is known by what name? Caitlin?
The Stamp Act.
Stamp Act, yes. Next question. Astronomer Fred Whipple came up with the term dirty snowball to describe what celestial objects that have an icy nucleus mixed with dirt, dust, and rock. Go ahead, Quinn.
Comet.
Comet, yes. In 2023, Democrat Donna Deegan was elected mayor of which city that is the most populous city in Florida and had been the most populous U.S. city with a Republican mayor? Chessie?
Miami.
Miami's incorrect. Hebron? Kelly?
Tampa.
Tampa's also incorrect. It's Jacksonville. Surprised me too when I read it. Of the many ways William Shakespeare killed off characters, which of these methods did he employ most often? Hanging, poisoning, or stabbing? Martha?
Stabbing.
Stabbing is right. At least 30 characters in Shakespeare's plays died because they were stabbed. That's disturbing. We move on. Beginning with K, what is the 4-letter name for the brick-lined oven used to fire clay when making pottery? Caitlin?
Kiln.
Kiln, yes. Respiration, heart rate, and blood pressure are regulated by what part of the lower brain that connects the brainstem to the spinal cord? Mason?
Cerebellum.
Incorrect. Hebron? Go ahead, Martha.
Hypothalamus.
Sorry, that's also incorrect. The answer is medulla oblongata. Next question is a math question. It's the second one and the last one of the round. Here we go. What is the perimeter of a rectangle with a length of 7 inches and an area of 56 square inches? Callie?
8.
8 is incorrect. Wyndham? Go ahead, Chessie.
30. 30.
I think we have to take your first answer. I'm sorry. The answer is 30, though. You had it there. You had it there. Next question, gang. What annual dog sled race that takes place in Alaska was inspired by the people who transported diphtheria medicine from Anchorage to Nome in 1925? Chessie.
The Iditarod.
Yes, you got it back, too. All right. From the Greek word for wind, what is the name for the scientific instrument used to measure the velocity of the wind? Caitlin?
Barometer.
That's incorrect. Hebron? Quinn?
Anemometer.
You got it. Anemometer. Nice job. Proud of you of being a meteorologist and all. Domesticated in South America more than 5,000 years ago, what shaggy-haired mammals were essential to the Incas, who used them to transport heavy loads, burned their dung as fuel, and occasionally ate them? Martha.
Llamas.
Llamas is correct. Sometimes called the Belfast Agreement, the political deal to bring an end to conflict in Northern Ireland is more commonly known by what name that refers to April 10th, 1998, the date it was signed? Jesse?
St. Patrick's Day.
That's incorrect. Wrong month. That's March. You know that. Kieran, you want to go with anything? Go ahead,
Bloody
Quinn.
Sunday.
Nope, it's Good Friday. You had a day in there at least. All right, next question. The Tuareg are a nomadic people who live mainly in what hot desert of North Africa? Martha?
The Sahara?
Yes, right. Which newspaper, published by and for members of the U.S. military, printed its first issue during the Civil War, was revived during World War I, and has published continuously since 1942? Caden?
I'm going to Wem here. Washington.
That's incorrect. Go ahead, Chessie.
Military Weekly.
Also incorrect. Stars and Stripes. Okay. A hazard for scuba divers, decompression sickness, also known as the bends, is caused by bubbles of what gas that form in the tissues of the body during a rapid decrease in pressure? Chessie?
Nitrogen?
Yes, nitrogen. An ornamental species of carp that is often kept in backyard ponds is commonly known by what three-letter name that comes from the Japanese word for carp? Callie?
Koi.
Koi is right. And that's the end of our first round. Oh, we got a tie game, folks. Windham 120, Hebron 120. Don't go away. We have lots more game to come, and we'll meet the teams when we get back.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by
The Maine Education Association does a fantastic job of giving us a voice. So what do you think?
to help teachers and students realize that people support them every day.
The MEA helps me be better at my job.
and by viewers like you. Thank you.
Before we head to the category round, we like to pause and get to know our players with a slightly silly question. And this one is, if you had a magical tree that could grow any food you wanted, what would you grow? We'll start over here with Windham. Mason, what's your food tree, your favorite food tree?
Chimichangas.
Chimichangas. You're a big
Yes.
Mexican food fan, huh?
Big chimichanga guy.
Big
Chimichanga.
Will's, I think, busted on you a little bit right now. Big chimichanga guy.
Chimichanga.
All right, Mason, thank you. Caitlin, how about you?
You know, to follow Mason's answer, I'm going to go with a taco tree. I'd like to just step outside and pick me a nice fresh taco.
What is your protein of choice in your taco?
Beef.
Beef?
Yeah.
Straightforward girl.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
To
Will?
follow them with the very ethnic foods, I'm gonna have to go with an apple.
An apple tree?
Apple tree. Very ethnic, I know.
Those don't exist, you know?
They don't. Haven't heard of them. Haven't heard of
Never
them.
seen an
Never heard of that.
Never in my life. Never.
All right, Chessie, wrap up your teams.
I would go with cannolis.
Ooh, you're going dessert, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cannolis are darn good. Although,
never had a cannoli.
of the Italian desserts, I think I would go tiramisu.
Cannolis are better.
Are they? You think so?
Oh, 100%.
We'll battle about that later.
Yeah.
I
for
will
sure.
fight you.
Okay, well, maybe we won't. I'm going to back off. Cannolis are better. Cannolis are better.
They're better.
All right, Hebron, Quinn, what do you got?
It's this Chinese cracker called a wang wang. They're like, I don't know, they're like soy sauce and they've salt and sugar.
Already baked into it, kind of?
Yeah. My friend, he's from China. His
Yeah.
dorm room, he just has 2 cabinet drawers dedicated to
And
them.
now you're hooked on them.
Yes.
I like it. All right, Quinn. Martha, how about you?
I would grow caviar
Caviar.
so I can be rich forever.
Do you like caviar though?
No,
You don't like it. You just want to like sell it off.
Yeah.
So you're thinking way smarter than any of us. Like you're gonna profit off of this, right? Smart. All right, Callie, go for it.
I'd probably have a nerd clusters tree.
Like Nerd the candy?
Yeah, like the clusters though.
Oh, the clusters, yeah, because they're like there's more of them all in one. Yes, I'm with you there, Callie. I'm with you. Caden, I'm intrigued. What are you gonna throw
I'd
at
have
us?
to go animal crackers. It's like a classic snack. You know, everybody likes animal crackers.
Who doesn't? If you don't like an animal cracker, you know, you might not be American, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Caden, thank you. Thank you both teams. The category round is next. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Paul Riley from Safety Insurance. If you've been playing along with the viewer question of the week, it's time for part 2. Take the first letter from each of the 12 correct answers and arrange them to form a word that is special to me. The 12 correct answers will be revealed later in the show. Send in your answer and you may win a special prize. Good luck.
Next up is the category round with the following choices: City by the Bay, Reading the Menu, Let's Talk Politics, Hymns to Her, First and 10, Do It Again, and Things with Wings. Questions have increasing point values and wrong answers will cost you. Each team will alternate control of 2 categories. With each question, they can choose to answer it. They can choose to skip if they don't want to take a chance on a wrong answer, or once per category, they can toss it and force the other team to answer. Players will have about 5 seconds to confer and decide what to do. We flipped a coin, and Hebron was the winner, so you guys get to choose first. What's the category going to be, Quinn?
First and 10, do it again.
All right, first and 10, do it again. These are questions about football. Caden, you like football?
Oh, yeah, it's like my favorite sport.
What's your favorite team, Caden?
Yeah. I'd have to go the Commanders. I'm a Washington Commanders
Wow,
fan.
all right, I wasn't expecting that. Well, here's the first question worth 10 points. Dating back to 1902, which college football bowl game is traditionally played on New Year's Day in Pasadena, California?
Rose Bowl.
Rose Bowl is correct. First and 10, do it again for 15. Which quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs was both the NFL League MVP and the Super Bowl MVP in 2018 and 2022?
Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, that's right. First and 10, do it again for 20. Which NFL team plays its home games at Lambeau Field in Wisconsin?
Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, the Pack. All right, first and 10, do it again for 25. What best-selling nonfiction book about the football team at Permian High School in Odessa, Texas, was adapted for a 2004 feature film and later for a fictionalized TV series?
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights. Mm-hmm. Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights is correct. Also one of my favorite shows of all time.
I have no knowledge in this area.
That's all right. You got a team, Quinn. You have a team with you.
Yes, I do.
Just like a football team.
Yes.
First and 10, do it again for 30. The biggest selling NFL football video game of all time is named for what former coach of the Oakland Raiders and longtime TV broadcaster who died in 2021 at age 85?
This one I do know, Madden.
You got it. All right, you guys swept the category. We're over to Windham now. Caitlin, what are you guys going to go with?
Reading the menu.
Reading the menu. These are questions related to food mentioned in books. Here's the question worth 10 points. In the nursery rhyme, Little Miss Muffet sits on her tuffet eating what 2 things that are the solid and liquid byproducts that result when milk coagulates?
Curds and whey.
Curds and whey is correct. You guys did mention that very recently. It's in my head. Reading the menu for 15. The very hungry caterpillar in the book by Eric Carle eats a slice of which summer fruit that's effective for keeping the body hydrated and easy to recognize by its green rind and pink flesh?
Watermelon.
Watermelon is right. Reading the menu for 20. The long recollection that unfolds in Remembrance of Things Past by Marcel Proust begins with a taste of what small French sponge cakes that are baked in the shape of a seashell?
Oh. Is it macaroons? Skip it.
Skip.
You want to skip? It's Madeline's. Madeline's. Reading the menu for 25. An entire chapter in Herman Melville's novel Moby Dick is dedicated to what thick New England soup traditionally made with clams or cod. The name for this soup comes from a French name for a cooking pot.
Chowder.
Chowder.
Chowder is correct, said with the thick New England accent. Here's reading the menu for 30. Scientists have demonstrated that it might be possible to grow Solanum tuberosum in soil from Mars, like the main character in Andy Weir's novel, The Martian, did. What is the common name of the food plant whose botanical name is Solanum tuberosum?
Potatoes.
Potato, thank you.
I love that movie.
You say potato, I say potato. That's the end of this category. Hebron, you're up now with the second one.
Things with wings.
Things with wings. All right, these are going to be questions about real and fictional creatures that have wings. Here we go. The marble statue known as Winged Victory of Samothrace is an ancient Greek sculpture that is now in the collection of which museum in Paris?
The Louvre.
The Louvre.
The Louvre is correct. Things with wings for 15. In the Harry Potter books, Albus Dumbledore's companion Fawkes is what type of mythical bird?
Phoenix.
Phoenix is also correct. Things with wings for 20. In Hans Christian Andersen's story, The Ugly Duckling grows up to be what kind of beautiful aquatic bird?
Swan.
Swan is right. Things with wings for 25. Seen in Greek and Middle Eastern mythology, what is the name for the mythical creature that has the body of a lion and the head of and wings of an eagle?
Griffin.
Griffin is right. And things for wings for 30. In 2024, the Midwestern U.S. can expect to see brood 13 and brood 19 swarms of what winged insects that emerge every 13 or 17 years and make a lot of noise?
Cicadas.
Cicadas. Awesome job. You swept it again. Now we're back over to Windham for your second category.
Going, let's talk politics.
So let's talk politics. These are going to be questions about words and phrases related to politics. Here's the first question. The practice of delaying a vote on legislation by talking a great length on the floor of the legislature is known by what name that comes from a Dutch word for pirate?
Filibuster.
Yes. Let's talk politics for 15. Derived from a name for an entrance area outside a main chamber, what term refers to an attempt to persuade a legislator to support a particular cause or position?
Lobbying.
Lobby is right. Let's talk politics now for 20. Because they sounded like a casual conversation you might have in someone's living room, the informal radio broadcast that President Franklin Roosevelt started in 1933 to raise people's spirits during the Great Depression became known by what cozy name?
Fireside chat.
Yeah, fireside chats. Let's talk politics 25. The title of a 1975 biography of Robert Moses, written by Robert A. Caro, comes from what two-word term that refers to a person who is not a politician, but who has tremendous influence over politics through their ability to make deals and develop personal relationships?
I got nothing.
Skip.
Skip it.
Answer, power broker. And the last one in the category, let's talk politics. What term that originally referred to people from the North who moved south to make a financial profit after the Civil War now also refers to politicians who run for office in places where they have no local connections?
Carpetbaggers.
Carpetbaggers is right, and that wraps up our category round. We have a score of Hebron 320, Windham 275. This is a tight one, and you know things change in the lightning round, so sit tight. We'll be right back. Okay, we're now heading into the final 90 seconds of gameplay, the lightning round. Players, listen up. You do not have to wait for me to finish the question. You can buzz in at any time, but do not answer until I call your name. You get 20 points for each correct answer. An incorrect answer will also cost you 20 points, and the other team does not get the chance to answer. The clock is set. Good luck, both teams. Here we go. Before he was president, Joe Biden was a senator for what? Caitlin.
Illinois.
Incorrect. Delaware. What was the first four-wheeled vehicle in Fortnite Battle Royale? Shopping cart. Although he will live at Clarence House temporarily, what palace is the official residence of King Charles in
Buckingham.
Buckingham, yes. Who was the leader of the Soviet Union during World War II? Quinn again.
Joseph Stalin.
Yes. What vitamin is most essential for blood to clot? Vitamin K. In Greek mythology, who's the twin brother of Artemis? Caitlin.
Apollo.
Yes. How many keys are on a modern standard piano keyboard? Jesse.
88.
88. A code of law written in the 18th century BCE is named for what Babylonian king?
Hammurabi.
Quinn, yes, Hammurabi. What's the name of Elvis Presley's mansion in Memphis, Tennessee? Caitlin.
Graceland.
Yes. What's the common name for the three major muscles at the back of your thigh? Jesse.
Your hamstrings?
Yes. Millard Fillmore was the last U.S. president to be affiliated with which political party? Mason?
The Whig?
Yes. Which actress has won 2 Emmys for her role as Rue in the TV series? Caitlin.
Zendaya.
Zendaya. What mountain in Sicily is the highest active volcano in
Etna.
Etna. What Spanish explorer led a group to the Mississippi River in 15... That's the end of our lightning round, and we have our final score of Hebron with 400 points. They're going to be moving on to the championship final. Runner-up Windham with 375. What a match. Congratulations to both teams. Be sure to tune in next time as Deering takes on Brunswick in our semifinal match number 2. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on High School Quiz Show Maine.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by Energy is about more than just keeping the lights on. It's about living life. As parents, friends, and teammates, Unitil is proud to support High School Quiz Show Maine. Unitil, more than a utility, part of your community.
Home renovations can increase the value of your home. Safety Insurance offers a variety of home insurance products to cover your home's increased value. You can ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. Safety Insurance will help you manage life's storms.
And by viewers like you. Thank you.